Hey everyone, Indigo Eyes Art here, and I bring you another real time intuitive art piece and its detailed message for Leo, the people who are born between July 23rd and August 22nd. And the art piece and the reading is for the month of December 2022. However, as a scientist, I want to explain very briefly as to why the reading is specific for whoever I paint the art for, or and why do I say that the message and art are accurate. The intuitive art is all about connecting with creative intuition, in this case, the zodiac Leo, and allowing it to guide through the process of creating art. After receiving a central symbol, the rest of the motives they follow the central symbol on their own, including the colors. So when we let go and open ourselves to the colors and images that want to emerge, the art making becomes an expressive, intuitive, and healing process. So the motifs, the symbols, etc., that emerge from the activity in the art are from part of brain which is called the primary visual cortex, and this is the very first stage of processing information. And all this is not being done from the thinking mind, but subconscious mind. So I personally am not influencing anything in the drawing and its interpretation. Thus, the messages or advice emerge accurately for whoever this art is done and what they need at the time, and thus helping them in their life path or problems they are encountering at the moment. So, having said that, and it's a general reading for all Leos for the month of December 2022. Of course, it's more specific when done as a personal reading in contrast to the general. However, this kind of reading is timeless in the sense that you will find it only when the time is right for you, or when you need the advice at most. And you will see that the affirmations also apply to you at the time when you find this reading. And this could be in any other month than December, or even any other year. Okay. And as I've explained before, why is that? Because we all know everything happens at its specific time, not a minute early, not a minute late. So, and there are no coincidences in the universe. And I have explained this according to the quantum physics in my previous videos, and they are the art videos. So, I have surprising and unique information for you today because I decided to take into consideration the shadow aspects also, and the stage where they are at in spiritual alchemy. It is very surprising and interesting that the shadow element of Leo is darkness. And interestingly, the sign for Leo in alchemy means decomposition, which is also called calcination or the black stage. And this is the first stage in spiritual alchemy. Okay. What does shadow element or the shadow self mean? It means it's the dark side or negative trait of a person. Okay, that are buried deep in the unconscious mind. So, but don't be worried that you have some darkness in yourself. This is not what it means. It means these negative traits, first of all, they don't define you. Secondly, everyone is more prone to a certain type of behavior, or they can fall trap into certain things. So only by knowing your weaknesses, you will be able to go forward. As Carl Jung said, everyone carries a shadow. So it's not only you, Leo, it's everyone. And the less it's embodied in individual's conscious life, the blacker and denser it. So, meaning, so this art piece, meaning that the art piece and the advice from here, you can try incorporating, um, try incorporating the shadow self, meaning the negative traits, into along with the good traits, so that it is all balanced, so that you are balanced. Okay, understanding the prediction of art of your zodiac sign is a great way to allow yourself to be careful, so you can manifest yourself and grow with your sign rather than let your sign consume you. So the color black represent chaos, that which is hidden and buried, and the material of the unconscious, not the subconscious that I always discuss. Okay. So the material of unconscious is called the shadow element. So, how correctly the shadow self of Leo represents the same, that is the darkness. This is the reason I decided to address the shadow element, the spiritual alchemy, along with my art, because it's amazing that all these different methods explain the same trait, or they have the same message for any zodiac sign I painted so far. In this case, of course, my favorite Leos. And the meaning, that the message is confirmed over and over again. And the explanation is detailed. Okay, we can see it from various angles. So, addressing the shadow element of Leo's darkness, there will always be a taint of darkness lingering around the fire. There will always be a shadow to a candle, if you think about it. There is no light without a fire, and there always will be a shadow when there's a fire, right, underneath it. So instead of saying it's a shadow element, a more accurate description would be saying this is periodic. So, dear Leo, here's um, the here's a message. I mean, one of the messages, or about your personality, that you are creative and passionate about the things you do. You don't like being ignored or questioned. And if it is so, it will create the darkness within you and send you off the wrong path. And we don't want that. Okay, so according to the spiritual alchemy, you are on stage one, okay, which is the composition or the black stage. It's even called calcination. So transformation of the self occurs through series of alchemical processes where we use our inner energies and consciousness to change and grow on all levels of our being. So for self transformation, you, Leo, are being asked to be completely honest, to be forgiving of the past experiences, and to have the desire and will to change yourself and your life. Reclaiming of your inner powers and understanding that both darkness and light is a necessary part of anyone's soul growth, including you. So, both the dark and light polarities will empower you and change you to help you evolve into higher states of being and bring your gifts to the world. However, when opposing or conflicting forces within you become excessive and imbalanced, then, Leo, you stray on your path to wholeness and truth. You stray from. Okay, however, when opposing or conflicted forcing within you, Leo, become excessive and imbalanced, you stray from your path of wholeness and truth. So, thus, you need to balance the masculine and feminine essences, which both have an equal part in spiritual awakening and ascension. This is exactly what the central energy of my art piece is showing by the presence of a rhombus. The symbols, especially the geometric symbols like rhombus, they emit a frequency that can evoke within the physical expression of a human being the innate ability to reconnect with the lost knowledge of truth of mankind. So, this geometric symbol represents the inner focus that you need for your life task. So, what's the life task for Leo? It is to explore the subconscious, unconscious, and conscious inner landscape of self. So, all three consciousnesses that we have. The three dimensions within which the ego personality functions as a mind construct. This means you need to reinstall the balance within self between the yin, that's the female energy, and yang, the male energies, as is explained earlier, with both shadow element and the first stage of alchemy. So, this reflects that inner balance into the outer world. Okay. I hope it does make sense. Otherwise, you can ask me again. So, rhombus shape has appeared as the central energy in this art piece for Leo for December 22. It emphasizes the fact that you need to balance the inner polarity with your mind construct. Central energy strongly points to the message this symbol represents the ideal of achieving a change of consciousness towards good of all. Okay, so looking at other messages from the painting, the the other message would be that you need to be open to receive the bounty of the universe. At the same time, being generous with others and also with yourself. I know that in all this, we forget ourselves. So, uh, being generous with ourselves is equally important. And as you do this, be grateful for what you have right now in the present. So, see the word present, and that's why it's called the present. Um, Usually, I suggest writing at least 5 things you're grateful for in your life and appreciate that and acknowledge the universe for providing you with so much, even if you lack things that you want. Okay, but you have other things. So that would be the first step. So be appreciative that the universe is so kind and loving towards you, and that you hand over all your doubts and worries to the universe. This is like, you could write it or you could say that you hand over all your doubts and worries to the universe, and you go free to be at peace and enjoy the beautiful life you have been given, even without asking. You didn't ask for this life, right? So this painting is really confirming the message by beautiful colors and energy of celebration in the imagery. um, Also, being grateful and appreciative is the fastest way to raise your vibration from dark and sad mood to an uplifting energy. So we know the choice is ours, right? What we do to our life or how we bring circumstances to us, our actions decide that. So, as I said, you are what you think, or what you can be, or get what you feel. It's not about saying or using words, it's about how you think emotionally or the soul thinks. Okay, it's just not repeating words like a parrot. So, this is explained beautifully with quantum physics experiments, and I have explained it in my previous art videos. I must tell you that from all these colors of the paintings, I see a warmth of spirit radiating towards you. And regardless of the beautiful colors and energies um, of celebration in the imagery, the presence of great supportive symbols, they represent how what you want and all you want is revolving around you, Leo, to step forward and take and live and enjoy your life. Meaning you only need to step forward, but you have to be in that high vibration. So you can step forward, take what you want, and live and enjoy your life. Even the elephant has appeared in your art piece, and they are the symbols of luck, prosperity, and even innate strength. But the question is then why this art piece is very strongly telling you that your passage forward is being stopped, or that no matter what you do, you are not really making progress towards what happiness means to you. And you wonder the same most of the time, right? Um, my dear Leos. And maybe I can help you remove these barriers in your life and help you stride forward by following the advice diligently that this art is giving you. I can see two reasons at least. So, one is strong attachments to old patterns or people from the past. The chain at your wrist is bolted to fear from the past or desperation for the future. See, this is what we usually do. We don't live in the present. Either we are going to look at the past or we're going to be worried about the future. So even if you try to show that you're content and you know the truth, but the stuff that's keeping you stuck could be any reason. I could name a few, for example, emotional patterns, addictions, or even old relationships. Doesn't matter what they are, okay? You should be true to yourself and then work on it. So as a scientist, I confirm that these are the consequences of the hurt you carry with you, or the way you perceive the world and you feel like a victim, or that you feel like a victim and being envious of others around you because everyone else seems to have all they want and are happy, but not you. And we already know that the grass is greener on the other side. So already this sentiment brings your energy down and is said, as it's said, that misery loves company. So your emotional state starts bringing you two sets of circumstances further. Really negative people who are vibrating at your energy level or lower, thus increasing your misery further and you don't even realize it. Or you bring the same condescending and hurtful people in your life because you vibrate along with their frequency. The situations are different, the people are different, but the end point is same. That is, you are hurt from what or how they behave with you. This becomes a never ending cycle that even if you want to, you cannot get out of it because anyone at that place, time point is unable to think or do things differently. So, like Einstein said, you cannot make a better plan if thinking from the same place that created the wrong answer on the first place, right? So this means you should ask someone to help you or try understanding the advice here from this art piece, um, because now you will do things and plan from a different level than the one that created all the wrong happenings anyways, okay? Secondly, fear and all these behaviors bring anyone to very low vibrations, thus they attract negative energies to themselves. This art piece shows aggressive energies towards you. These energies could be verbal or emotional, or from someone in your environment being too critical, demanding, or hurtful. So the message is to stand up for yourself now and always and being conscious not to be fearful. Look carefully at your options and honor yourself and your intentions. Meaning, Leo, you should take action on your own behalf, but remember, you have the power and wisdom to handle whatever comes your way. If you look at the finished piece, there is a beautiful royal peacock right in the middle of the rhombus. Like I said above, the whole art piece shows favorable circumstances, blessings, divinity around you. Yet the reality that you're experiencing is different than what is being shown. So, why is that? Or how can I say that very confidently? We know that rhombus means we know what rhombus means, and then the presence of an animal like a peacock, and see how this particular peacock looks. And there is a bluebird with him also within the rhombus, right? So here the peacock is you, and everything else is relative to you, the peacock. So let's understand different symbols to make sense. Even the bluebird is giving you the pearls because he's no ordinary bird. And whenever he talks or laughs or there's any sound from him, pearls shed from his mouth. And pearls are a metaphor for wealth and support and favorable circumstance. So outside the rhombus, everything is above the earth, meaning it could be the universe. And this really shows, it really shows or it confirms the phrase as below, so above, right? So what is below? Below is you, even though you are being portrayed as a peacock here, but you are below with your dark emotions. Maybe you can also see this from the picture. I can clearly see from the picture of the peacock. So I can clearly see that the peacock, regardless of being so beautiful and being offered support and pearls, he is not really sure what to do or which direction to go. I actually, when I look at this art piece, I see his head move front or back, but also shows different people or the energies, different energies the peacock is carrying within itself. And the energies it's carrying are deceptive and are making it confused, unsure of itself, and what it is seeing, just doubting everything and everybody. So this explains what I said in the earlier or above, that you are doubting everyone and everybody, and this explains why. Okay, this means you are feeling unsure of yourself and doubting even yourself, along with the people around you, or even the supportive people. Okay, you cannot distinguish. So number of supportive messages for you from the symbols right with you and in the universe. There are a number of supportive messages for you from the positive symbols right with you and from the universe. So let's look at those. Number one, by the protective light of moon. It's represented by the circles around and one above the triangle. And there is appearance of a Sanskrit alphabet, R. It is called R, which is a strong symbol of support. In addition, the oil lamps have made appearance in this art to reiterate the fact that you need to have faith to feel the support. And the support which is being provided to you in the most mysterious yet wonderful way. And then there is hummingbird. If you look at the shimmering colors of this bird in this painting, because every time I paint a hummingbird, the shimmering colors don't come. Sometimes they are pastels or just plain. So since this is an intuitive art piece, the colors, the shimmer, and everything that matters is how this art speaks to us. So earlier, I especially asked you to look at how the peacock appears and looks. Now I'm again asking you to look at how is hummingbird presenting itself. Royal colors, blue, shimmering all over, is how these birds look in a secret forest with most spectacular aura around them. And here, the hummingbird is hovering right in front of you with those kind of aura, without fear, flashing its iridescent colors, carrying pink hearts that are symbolic of giving you the message that you, Leo, are surrounded with love and abundance, as shown once again with the pearls, even the hummingbird is dropping. So it's said that in the sacred forest, these beings, when they appear, as in this painting, they flutter their wings with the vibration that is at the level of Om. And you should watch one of my other videos, or I think it's a shorts, where I explain everything about Om and the frequency or the wavelength it resonates at. So, and I've also explained before that all syllables, words, and everything in the world is vibrating at its particular frequency. But Om is the only one syllable that is capable of destroying darkness and negativity. So, this is a very strong message of help here. Also, anytime you feel negative or disappointed, even the uttering of Om, the syllable Om, 3 times or as many times as you want. And I have shown in one of my videos how to utter it. So, doing that, you will feel much better and it would get rid of the darkness or the negative energies around you. Okay. Now, the other symbol I'm looking at is just plain and simple amazing. It's a very strong presence for you, is the little drum behind the hummingbird. And in Hindi, it's called Damru. And Damru is indicative of blessings from Lord Shiva, the all powerful being in the universe who always was, is, and will be. And nothing can be more positive than his blessings. So, Leo, you are absolutely safe. You are blessed. Only you have to believe in yourself and take the steps forward. Also, as you believe in yourself, you will raise your vibration and things should follow you. Things would follow you, actually, I must say that. So, lastly, this is what the bluebird spirit has come in my painting to say, all is well. This is what it's saying to Leos. All is well, and all you need to do is say yes to life. Okay? Soar to the clouds and let your doubts dissolve. Celebrate and have fun. Embrace life and yourself and others. So, no one has seen the future. Okay? So, we don't need to wait for the future. And the way I see it, whenever the future even comes, that's the present, right? So we don't know what will happen tomorrow. So live your life fully in the now, the present, and see how your life changes for the best. This is all you are being asked to do. That is to be happy. Know this, that no matter whatever your circumstances, there's always something that can bring you delight. That is why a bird can sing in the rain also. Try thinking about that. Understand that what you put your attention on, that will grow. So if you're going to be miserable, you are inviting more misery to yourself. And if you decide to feel, it's not about the words, you feel happy and you will invite happiness in your life. Okay, so you have tried and believed everything else. So what is the harm in giving happiness a chance? believe in what is right in front of you, and this art piece is explaining very clearly. So, the fastest way to true pleasure and to get out of this dilemma or the stuck circle is share from your heart and receive with an open heart. And I'm sure you already know what you give out comes back to you multiple fold. So, thus, success will be yours. So, happiness always is infectious, anyways. It spreads like wildfire and it will help heal you and others involved in your life. Also, you are being told to be grateful for all you have, like I discussed a little above. When you are grateful, your consciousness shifts from lack to value, and it's guaranteed to bring more worth and richness to your life. However, you have to feel gratefulness and not just speak the words, as I have been impressing upon. So people tell me that they have been thanking for all they have and trying to shift lack to prosperity, but nothing is happening. So the message is shift your subconscious from feeling of lack, fear, worry to abundance, happiness, and confidence. Right? So it's a feeling. Now take time to listen and thus allow the luminescent, receptive energies of various sources to activate your creativity, thus be powerful manifestors. And creativity, if you are creative or if anything, creative doesn't mean you have to have some talent of art or dance or creating is anything. It's even cooking or even going for a walk. Okay. So this has been a great reading. Again, falling into stepwise message, confirming with different symbols and imagery, not to mention the way the colors appear, that is, the plain or the dull or vibrant, so forth. Every time I finish a piece and analyze the message, I always say this because every time I'm amazed when I shouldn't be, having done this for years. Every time in the end, I'm astonished at the synchronicity that follows and how asking the universe for help, it immediately does its best to send us the messages as it can. And here, via the intuitive art, tells the whole story. It's up to us to be able to listen. More importantly, or more important, would be to follow the advice consistently. My dear Leos, to activate your inner power, you can also use the following affirmation, which is you can say, or I like to write it. So, because then you connect with the universe. So, I have the power to overcome any obstacle. No matter what the situation, I can be strong, confident, and self directed. Happiness flows through me wildly and freely. Okay. So, in short, or I'll just do a gist of the entire reading, that the appearance of elephant in this painting tells you that for any problems, you can also, along with that affirmation, or instead of the affirmation, you can invoke elephant as your power animal to stay strong and remain compassionate. Elephants represent many things. They are symbols of luck, prosperity, as I said before, but they are also powerful beings, and they use their strength to remove obstacles and negative forces. And we know that elephants, they represent wisdom, long life, memory, and vitality. Then the hummingbird, we discussed it in a little bit. It symbolizes what? Joy, healing, good luck, and it can be a guiding light that can move you closer to fulfilling your dreams. So you can also call upon the hummingbird as your animal. Yes, I know it's a bird, but this is how as your spirit being or the animal. Okay, hummingbirds resonate at a very high vibration, which makes them more connected to the spiritual realm. and their behaviors are influenced by spiritual presence of the angels and guides. So, my dear Leos, I hope you like this art piece and the message from it and my reading. If it resonates with you, please give this video a like and maybe subscribe to my channel, as I am posting every month for the zodiacs along with other exciting stuff like Mandala Mondays and more. Thank you for watching and see you next year. That is in January 2023. This year just flew by. And have fun in the holidays and happy new year to you all. Okay, bye for now.